Your organization relies on various service providers to keep things running smoothly. Whether it's IT support, marketing services, or even office cleaning, auditing these contracts is crucial to ensure that everything is in check. So, let's start with the basics. Contracts review. When auditing for back-to-back agreements in service provider contracts, pay close attention to. Ensure that the terms and conditions in your contract with the service provider mirror the terms in your contract with the client or customer. Look for consistency in language, timelines, and deliverables. Examine how the risks associated with the service provider's performance are managed. Are there clauses that protect your organization in case of service failures or breaches by the service provider? Review the termination clauses carefully. Ensure that your organization has the right to terminate the contract with the service provider if the client's contract is terminated. Look for notice periods and any associated costs. Confirm that you have the right to audit the service provider's performance and compliance with the contract terms. Ensure that audit procedures and access to records are clearly defined.
When auditing service level performance in contracts, focus on these areas. Verify that the contract clearly defines the performance metrics and key performance indicators. These should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Determine how often performance metrics are measured and reported. Ensure that the reporting frequency aligns with your organization's needs for monitoring and decision-making. Check for escalation procedures in case the service provider fails to meet performance targets. These should outline the steps for issue resolution and any associated penalties or remediation actions. Look for clauses that promote continuous improvement in service delivery. This might involve regular performance reviews, feedback mechanisms, and the implementation of best practices.
When auditing payments in service provider contracts, keep an eye on the following. Verify that the service provider's billing is accurate and aligns with the agreed-upon payment terms. Look for discrepancies in rates, quantities, or charges. Assess the workflow for approving invoices. Check that there's a defined process for verifying the quality and completeness of services before authorizing payments. Confirm that the payments fit within your budget constraints. Look for any provisions that allow for cost adjustments and how these adjustments are determined.
When auditing data security in service provider contracts, be vigilant about the following. Ensure that the contract specifies the security standards and protocols the service provider must adhere to. Look for references to industry standards such as ISO 27001 and local data protection laws. Check for provisions that restrict access to your organization's data to authorized personnel only. This should include user access controls, data encryption, and multi-factor authentication. Clear plan for handling data breaches, including notification requirements, investigation processes, and responsibilities in case of a security incident.
By keeping these tips in mind while auditing service provider contracts in these key areas, you'll be better equipped to ensure that contracts are well structured, performance is monitored effectively, payments are accurate, and data security is maintained at a high standard. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on more insightful content from your audit bestie.